Russian strikes continue across Ukraine as talks centered on the U.S.-backed push to end the war continue. With Ukraine appearing receptive to the Trump administration's peace proposal, attention turns to the Kremlin and whether or not Putin will accept it. The U.S. Special Envoy is set to visit Moscow next week. Correspondent Kellie Meyer is live at the White House with the latest. Kellie, good afternoon.
Yeah, hey there, Nick. The White House is feeling closer to a deal than anywhere in the past 10 months of President Trump's second term. The president really setting the table for peace this Thanksgiving, but waiting for the heads at the table, Putin and Zelensky, to be seated. A source telling me over the weekend to keep my phone close because things were going to be moving quickly, and they certainly have been. From Geneva, the talks over the weekend, to then the talks in Abu Dhabi with the Russian side over the last 2 days, and now moving on to Witkoff heading to Moscow to meet with Putin, and Army Secretary Dan Driscoll to go back and meet with the Ukrainians. The president really handpicking Driscoll to join the talks to give this added jolt to the discussions, and his top negotiator, Steve Witkoff, set to take off for Moscow next week to meet with Putin. Now, the White House not denying the authenticity of a reported phone call between Witkoff and a Russian official as he coached Russia on how to sell the Ukraine deal to the president. President Trump defending Witkoff, telling reporters on Air Force One last night, that's how you make a deal.
That's a standard thing, because he's got to sell this to Ukraine. He's got to sell Ukraine to Russia. That's what a deal maker does.
Now, a Kremlin aide who was on the call says he will be in touch with Witkoff about that purported call. He called it, quote, unacceptable. And a Ukrainian official, a Ukrainian member of parliament and chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Alexander Mersetsko, telling me moments ago, Mr. Witkoff's previous statements and actions cast a shadow on the administration. It looks as if he is trying with Russians to manipulate the president and undermines trust and to push a plan of capitulation for Ukraine. Now, the president was hoping for a Thanksgiving Day deadline for this deal. Our Libby Dean pressing him on that last night if there was a new deadline. He told her, you know what the deadline is for me, quote, when it's over. Nick.
Kellie, quick question. We keep talking about this peace proposal. What's in the deal?
Yeah, so the White House saying here the items that are left to be discussed are not insurmountable, they say. They believe they will get there, but these are really heavy details and really something that the Ukrainians have been fighting for over the last several years. This means a guarantee to join NATO at some point. This means guarantees for a peacekeeping force, something that President Trump had previously said he would help with air support, but now this may be changing. And another big question, what land does Ukraine keep and what land goes to Russia? Our Libby Dean asking what land may be ceded to Russia, and this is what President Trump had to say last night.
So when it comes to ceding land to Russia, is that still on the table or has that changed?
Well, they're talking about going land both ways and trying to clean up a border. You can't go through the middle of a house, you can't go through the middle of a highway. So they're trying to work something. It's a complicated process.
Now, asked when a peace agreement is closer than ever, a Kremlin spokesperson saying today, quote, it's a little too early to say that. And Ukrainian President Zelensky saying today the plan, quote, could be workable, although key points remain unsolved. Of course, the president, Nick, saying yesterday in a Truth Social post that he would meet with Zelensky or Putin, but not until the deal is final or in the final stages. Nick.
Kellie Meyer live at the White House. Kellie, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.